Welcome back to my channel. In this video I'll be sharing with you my sticky toffee pudding recipe along with a rich toffee sauce. Check out the description box below for the full measurements and ingredient list. Begin by roughly chopping some fresh dates. You can use any variety, just make sure that they're really soft and then place them in a bowl. You then want to add in the boiled water, make sure that this is really hot as this will help soften the dates, and then you want to add in the bicarbonate of soda and then give this a really good mix just to make sure that the water and soda are mixed in really well with the dates. And then you just want to cover this with a plate and leave aside whilst you make the cake batter. For this, place the softened butter into a bowl and then add in the light brown and dark brown soft sugar. If you don't have any, you can use granulated sugar, but you won't get that same taste as you would with brown sugar. And then you want to cream the butter and sugar together really well until it changes colour and becomes pale. This step will only take a few minutes and then it should look like this when done. You then want to add in the golden syrup. This is going to give the cake a really nice texture, and then I'm also adding in some vanilla extract, and then I'm going to add in the first egg. Give this a quick beat just to make sure that the first egg has been incorporated really well with the butter and sugar, and then you want to add in the second egg and then beat again really well. Don't worry if your cake batter starts to curdle. Compared to other cake batters, sticky toffee pudding has a runny mixture to begin with. You then want to add in the baking powder and half the self-raising flour and half the milk. Give this a quick beat just to make sure that the flour and milk have been incorporated really well, and then you want to add in the rest of the flour and the rest of the milk. You now want to give this mixture a good beat for around 1 minute just to make sure that the flour has been incorporated really well. Make sure to scrape down the sides of the bowl just to make sure that all the ingredients are mixed in really well, and then I'm just going to give this a final beat, and then you're going to uncover the dates, and then using a fork you just want to break down to create a thick consistency. If you don't like any bits, you can also put this in the blender and make a puree. However, I like a few whole bits of dates, so using a fork gives you the perfect texture, and it should look a bit like this. You then want to add the dates into the cake batter, and then using a spatula you want to fold this in really well. Make sure that you don't beat the mixture at this point, otherwise you'll lose all the air that you've incorporated. It's up to you how you want to bake this cake. You can make one big one or you can do individual servings. I'll show you how to do both. So with the dish, you want to just line it with some baking paper and butter the sides, and then fill the dish 2/3 full with the cake batter. Once full, just tap the dish just to remove any air bubbles, and then for the individual moulds I've just got some non-stick moulds which you want to butter and flour, and then I'm also going to fill this up 2/3 full with the cake batter. You then want to bake these in a preheated oven at gas mark 3. The individual moulds will take about 25 minutes and the dishes will take roughly about 45 minutes. Meanwhile, you want to begin preparing the toffee sauce. For this, in a pan, begin by melting the butter and then adding in the dark soft brown sugar. You need to make sure that you've got soft brown sugar for the toffee sauce, as it will give you that toffee taste. And then I'm also going to add in golden syrup and give this a really good mix over a low heat until the butter and sugar have melted really well. Once the sugar has fully melted, the sauce will look a bit like this. You then want to add in the double cream at this point and mix it really well just to make sure that the cream doesn't split. You then want to turn up the heat to medium and then allow this mixture to come to a boil. As the sauce comes to a boil, make sure to scrape down the sides to avoid any burning. Once the sauce is boiling, it will look like this. At this point, turn down the heat and then simmer to your desired consistency. You can keep it as thick or as runny as you like. Once the cakes are cooked, remove them from the oven, and whilst they're still warm, using a toothpick, create small little holes. This will help the sauce reach the inside of the cake. Whilst the cakes are still warm, drizzle over the toffee sauce. If the sauce has become cold by the time you're using it, you can just warm it up in the pan or in the microwave, and then using the back of a spoon, just spread it out, make sure that you get all the 4 corners and it's spread out evenly. And then I'm going to decorate the top with some walnuts. This step is totally optional, you can just keep it plain and serve it with some ice cream or double cream. This cake is also best served while it's still slightly warm. To serve the individual servings, you want to empty the moulds out onto a plate and then drizzle over the toffee sauce. You can cover the sauce only with 1/2 of the cake, or you can cover the cake fully with the sauce. You can also then add 1 scoop of vanilla ice cream on top and then drizzle some more toffee sauce over the top of this. If you like this recipe, make sure to like, comment and subscribe to my channel. Make sure to press that bell notification so you can be the first to be notified about all my upcoming videos. You can also follow me over on my official Instagram page, Foodatives, where I upload all my written recipes. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in my next video.